Alright everyone, welcome to day 22 of Minecraft Survival. I'm still over here at the farm working on some things, trying to make it look nice and pretty and be functional, and I found out something about the functionality. Someone commented and said that it is actually 4 blocks that soil will stay tilled from water. So it's got to be within 4 blocks, and the way that I had these set up is this was on the 6th block. And I was looking and I realized that a couple of these blocks back here weren't staying tilled. Or really, I guess I was checking over here because I think the way that it works is if you have crops already growing out of it, I guess it'll finish growing on dry soil. But I think once you then pull up whatever the crop is that's growing, it won't stay moist like this. I just had a whole conversation with a couple of people today about how they hate the word moist, but it won't stay moist like this. So what I decided to do to combat that, instead of having it just like, okay, we go like every 6th block like this, I decided I'd stick these in, even though I know that makes it then probably overkill in terms of water, but just to be safe. And so I'm going to put why do I always forget the name? The mangrove trapdoors over those. So then it's really that we've got water then every like 2 blocks essentially. So we'll go mangrove slabs, irrigation system, mangrove slabs, and then this also, I'm going to change this slightly and I'll show you why. So over here, I decided on the edges, this side and on that side, rather than doing like irrigation systems throughout here and everything, just because this is a thinner spot. I tried these over here and I feel like they look a little bulky and things like that. And just because of the way that this isn't as wide, I decided we do just half slabs in the ground like this and do them 2 wide because this is 4, so I couldn't really just do 1. It would just kind of look weird. And I realized that when you put the half slabs in like this, the water stays. And I tested it. Like I thought, okay, well maybe the water's disappearing, but then like when you pull the half slab up, it reappears or something. And that's apparently not the case because I tried. I'll show you here. I'll redo my experiment on camera so I can show you what I'm seeing here. So we got to go 1, 2, and then it would be here. And this right here is where the wall will be. Let me actually just place my last few down here. And this we're going to have to dig out. We're going to have to make this deeper, of course. But hang on, I'll show you my little experiment here, how I realized that the water definitely stays there, even though that half slab is taking up the top part of the block. And I guess, again, even just saying that, it's only taking up the top part of the block. So I guess it kind of makes sense that the bottom part of the block would still be occupied by water. But for some reason, I was just thinking that it wouldn't work that way. But the way that I tested this is, for one, I kind of over here towards the edge, I basically actually on this, I put half slabs down and then dug out the block over here, and the water just came flowing out. So that showed me that that's how it works. But then also, if we do this, if we put this down, this is what really made me realize it does work. We put that down, and then we do this, and then we wait, and then we wait, and we do some more waiting. And while we wait, we might as well do more of these. You'll see that it'll become moist in a second here, which just shows me the water's there because it's moistening the ground. And yeah, boom, there you go. So it's there. So that's why I think that that'll work well for this side and the other side, like the other opposite side. So let me duplicate that on this side, because I was going, oh wait, actually no, that's the wrong spot now that I think about it, because over here I was doing, yeah, so we go 1, 2, 3, and then on the 4th, 1, 2, 3, and then on the 4th. Okay, yeah, because I did it differently than this middle section. So this one and this one, ooh, there's a creeper. Where's I do have a bow on me still. So the 2 larger sections, this one and this one, whoops, are identical in terms of spacing. And in terms of like the way that the irrigation system is set up and all that. So these 2 middle portions will be identical, and then the 2 outer portions will be identical. And I need to eat because I keep trying to sprint. And you can't sprint when you're starving, by the way. Okay, so yeah, so this then is in the wrong spot because I was doing every 3. So let me pull this up real fast. And I don't know that I'm going to spend all of today working on this. I think that I'm probably going to just get to where we're all the way out to where the wheat's going to go. And then we'll kind of move on to something else for a little while because we've been working on the farm for a couple days now. And I like to try to switch it up. I try to make it where we're not doing the same thing for too many episodes at once, is usually my goal. I don't know why I just did that. That was not needed. But yeah, I try to just make it where we're not doing the same thing for too many episodes at once because it gets boring for me. I'm sure it gets boring for you. But we are going to work on this for a little bit because I don't want to leave even... Like, we're still going to leave the project half unfinished, and we'll have to continue on another day. But I feel like if I leave now, then even just the wheat portion is unfinished. So 1, 2, 3, 4. This is where the next bit of water would go. I should probably make an infinite spring over here, too. You know what, I'll just put it right here, right in the middle of the path. Very convenient. Oh, yeah, and I just realized there's a couple other things that I've got to show you that I've kind of gotten set up since yesterday. I feel like, another thing that I try to do is if we're working on a larger project like this, where some of it's just kind of tedious and maybe grindy isn't necessarily the right word, because it's not like I'm necessarily grinding out materials, but there is a lot of like clearing out the stone surrounding here and counting out things and stuff like that. So as I'm doing some of that, I try to, between episodes, do some of it ahead of time. That way it's not all, we're not just for a whole episode like counting out blocks and stuff. So sometimes that then makes it where I do multiple things and then I forget that something was even done off camera. So sometimes you might see a random change that you didn't know about because I just totally forgot to talk about it. But let's get that done. So hang on, before I start tilling more of this and having to put more water down, I'll show you the other things that I did. So I already talked about the fact that we've got the outer parts, the inner parts done, figured out where the irrigation systems are going to go. And like I said, I think we're just going to do like 2 and 2 like that. It'll stay that way. So then I've started, basically I got this as far out as I'm going to want the wheat. So the wheat will stop here and it'll go all the way along for each of these sections. And then I think what I'm probably going to do is I'm probably then going to do another path here. And actually, just so that I have a little separation for myself real fast, I'm actually going to just quickly, I think at least right here, do that so I can kind of show you what I mean. Because I think if we do something like this, where we've got dirt here, and we continue the path as we have been all the way along, but then here we do a path right up to the wall. It kind of feels weird having it go right up to the wall, but I think that this will be sort of a good separation to then here is then where we'll start our next section of crops. And that'll be maybe like carrots or something. I don't know. It doesn't really matter what's next, but that'll be carrots or something like that. And because I was considering doing a wall to separate each type of crop, but I feel like that, I don't know. I just don't think that makes a lot of sense. I think that it would just kind of look weird separating, like you get to a new crop, but oh, there's a whole wall between them or something. I don't know. I just don't think that would look as good. I think it's better to just sort of surround the area with the wall instead. So this needs to be this. It needs to just be regular pathway. And I still haven't been using my diamond shovel for this because it seems silly. Even though it's got mending, it seems silly to use durability for that. And you know what? Let's go do this too. I should probably have more cobblestone cooking up into stone because, let me see, what do I have right now? So I've got stone brick slabs, chiseled stone, and I don't think I can turn any of this into other things. No, I cannot. Okay. Yeah, so I need to have this stuff cooking up because I'm going to need a lot more like stone bricks and stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So maybe we'll have like two full stacks cooking up right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And you know what? For good measure, because I've got a lot of cobblestone on me right now, I'll just throw another one down with this last 6 coal. Because I'm gonna need quite a bit. And I feel like it's not as expensive to make stone bricks as it used to be. I don't know why. I feel like it always used to feel like, I don't know how it used to work. I think you used to have 4 stone to be able to make 1 stone brick, or maybe it was 4 stone brick that it made. I don't know. For whatever reason, I just feel like I always used to think that it was kind of expensive, but it really isn't. So that was either A, me just being foolish, or B, it did used to be more expensive. I don't know. Doesn't matter now though, because it's pretty easy to get it. So this of course was another thing that I was kind of doing between episodes, was pulling more of this down, because like I said, this is about as far out as I think I'm going to go right now, and we can come back and keep working on the farm another day, and it'll be relatively soon, because I want to get all the different crops down that I'm going to want. I want them all to be placed down, but like I said, I just feel like if I do too many episodes in a row, it kind of gets boring. So we can come back, because the main thing I needed was the wheat for the purpose of breeding the animals. So this is probably as far out as we need to go right now. Something that I do need to get rid of this, because that's why creepers and stuff are spawning underneath here. But I guess I can at least just throw a few torches down here for the time being. So then the other thing that I quickly got done between episodes is I extended this out, because I wanted the path to basically wrap all the way around where the pens are at. I don't know exactly what this side is going to look like yet, because the walls are going to come all the way out on both sides, but I don't know if I then want the wall to wrap around here and you have to like go through something to get into the farm, or if I should have this be the outside wall of the entire farm area. And then really maybe the path should stop here, because then actually that might be better, rather than having all of this be dirt path. It might be better to have the path stop here, because this is then like the clear line of where the farm starts, and then have the wall come out to here as well. So we might try something like that. I don't exactly know, like until we get to that point. I don't think I'm gonna exactly know how I want to do that. But this whole side is ready. This whole side is ready. You know what I should do real fast? Let's oh wait. If you break this with a hoe that has fortune on it, will that give you more, or is that not how that works? I'm curious. I'm going to have to try this. So I'm not going to break those yet. Because I do have a couple of hoes that have fortune on them, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, is that what I was doing? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, and then on the 4th. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, and then on the 4th. 1, 2, 3, and then on the 4th. And then, yeah. Okay, that's as far as this needs to go. Cool. So then let's get all the water placed down inside of these, because then we can pretty much have this side wrapped up. And obviously right now I don't even, like, it'll be wrapped up in terms of where the water is going to go. The soil will be tilled and fertilized and things like that. But I don't even have enough seeds right now to totally fill this in. Oh yeah, and I feel like I don't know. It's like I'm not focusing very well today. I had done this. I broke this to show you why I was going to change this. And so this is why. Since the water stays underneath there, I think that instead here I'm going to do this on the top block and keep the barrel there. But rather than having it just on a stone brick wall, I feel like it makes more sense to just kind of do that. Oh, crap. I didn't know that just by falling off of a block, that I thought you had to actually physically jump on the block for that to happen. It's kind of weird. So then that puts it where, yeah, so that's still the middle. Also, okay, here's another little detail that probably matters to no one else, but you're part of this journey with me. So like I've mentioned, even though I have to cut things out because it gets grindy and boring, I try to show you all the details. So what I did here is, so for this one and this one, as well as this one and this one, the handles are facing this way, okay? And then we get to this middle section where we've got the barrel. And then over here, the handles, boom, 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 boom. Each of these, the handles are facing this way. Probably totally useless detail, but it's important to me because I'm going to notice that stuff, and I want it to look good. And I want the details to be well thought out, rather than it just looking like I just put stuff down willy-nilly. So if you care about the details like that, like I do, then there you go. That's what I did with the trapdoors, just to make it look real nice. And then, okay, so those are in. Let me get the water placed down inside this one. Oops, inside this one as well. And then I need more trapdoors for these spots. Crap, why do I keep doing that? And then I have enough slabs at least to finish this, but I gotta go make some more trapdoors. And I still have a good bit of mangrove left to continue making like the slabs and the trapdoors and stuff. It's just over in the chest. And I do, probably pretty soon, I do need to try to transfer some of the stuff that I have in the chest over here back to the house, because those chests are getting kind of full again. Okay, cool. So this side's done. That side's done. This one's done. This is the last one that needs to be worked out then. Let's switch this now that I know this is how I want this to look. And like I've said, I feel like this is all... I always have to do this as I work on any sort of project in this game. I kind of have to build stuff, break it. Oh, you know what? Should I do... No. Okay, I was going to say, should I actually like face this down like that? But I think... Yeah, I think I'm going to give that a big fat no and just keep it faced up. But yeah, what I was saying is I feel like with every project, I have to work on it for a while, break and replace, until we finally get to the spot where we're at now with this project, where I'm like, all right, I know how I want all this set up. And then, so that's why there's like a lot of off-camera work for a little while, figuring it all out until I've got it figured out. And then we can just like work together on it, because I know what it needs to look like, and there's not just me sitting there staring at the screen for 15 minutes figuring out how I want it to look. Okay, so I need a new hoe, brand new hoe. And how are we doing with all this? Ooh, we're doing real good with all this. So I'm gonna make wait, actually let me drop some stuff real fast, because I want to make a bunch more walls real quickly. So we'll do like another, I guess for now, another stack of walls. Where are my walls? There are my walls. Some good little walls. Okay, so now I can actually kind of fill in a bit more of this. So this wall is going, well, let's take it out to here. Because see, this is what I'm wondering. Like, is that going to be weird having the path literally just go to the wall, or should we have another entrance there? It might not be a bad idea to have an entrance there, actually, now that I think about it. Because I guess it is kind of silly to only have an entrance over there. So yeah, since the path is going to go all the way to the wall here, let's have another entrance here. And man, I need more slots on my toolbar here, my hotbar. And then maybe I can have it come out a little farther, but maybe it could be like, then it leads into something else. Like, I don't know what's going to be built out here yet, but we'll have that stop there for the time being. And then again, over here is where the next section of crops would begin. So let me do this real fast. Let me break this up. And then I put another infinite spring over there. So let's just actually cover this completely. So what would happen then is we'd have the path there, and then we'd skip over to here. And then this would be where the next section of crops would begin, and then this path would continue. So that's kind of the goal for that right now. And then this, let me chop all this up, or break all this up, because this is also going to need to be path. So then maybe that means that, well, probably what that means is that this side should have an exit as well, just like that side. But that means that more of this mountain is going to have to be broken into. And I don't know how far out that way I'm going to want to go yet, because it's making me feel like I'm going to have to go kind of far, because I want there to be a decent amount of room surrounding this farm, I guess. And what I mean by that is I don't want this farm to just be smack up against the wall there. So I need to push this out a good ways. But what's going to happen too is we're going to hit where that like ravine is over there, I think, because I think the ravine's right over this way. And it's pretty much level with where we're at now, I think. So we'll have to work that out. I was actually thinking, the reason I bring that up is because I was actually thinking before this episode that a good way to handle that may just be, since I've pretty much explored that entire cave system at this point, it may just be good to just cover it up because it's lit. It's not like things are going to spawn down there. So it'll probably work well to literally just cover that cave system up once I get to that point where I've dug to there and I need all that land. Once all this is cleared out. I'm going to stick another torch down here just for the time being. Actually, another one as well. Okay, so then what was the last thing? So this here, so these can be tilled because that should reach to there. But then we need one more block of water. Not there. My aim is not very good today, I feel. Ooh, and actually, do I have a bed on me? No, I only have a bed over here. I'm going to go Shreep real fast because the problem is, obviously, like you saw, was I recording when I was recording when that creeper showed up. So the problem is, since I've got all this open space right now that I'm still working on, I don't have it lit very well. And I'm thinking maybe to help that, I probably should put lanterns up on these, potentially. But I'm just kind of wondering if I should sort of diversify my lighting situation around the farm a little bit. I'm not sure yet. Because I guess most farms, you would typically, I would think, are usually lit by like big industrial lighting if it needs to be lit at night. Like I know a lot of, I'm sure that farming, like in terms of in a busy season, when farmers are pulling up crops and stuff, I'm sure that they need lighting, but I know that a lot of times the equipment has headlights on it. Ooh, actually, that is not what I'm trying to do here. So, but I've seen farms before that have just like big industrial lighting, almost that you would see on like a construction site. So maybe I should come up with something like that to go along the edges or something to light this at night. I guess we'll see. It doesn't matter that much, but just again, I want everything to be lit so that anywhere that I'm at during the night, nothing's going to spawn. So then this needs to also be dirt path. Okay, so that should pretty much finalize this. So that's good. This is good. This, I don't know what I'm going to do with this yet. I don't know if I want to just leave grass here. I feel like I don't, but I also don't want to just make... I also don't want to just make it out of path because then it's going to be a super wide path. So, and this one's also good. So the last thing we need to do then is just get these trapdoors placed down on each of these. So let's do that. Oh, you know, the other thing though that I totally forgot about is, so the way that I have this, what is that? The rough, is it rough dirt or whatever it's called, whatever this stuff is. I need to put that underneath all of these walls. So that's a whole other thing that I've got to do as well. And just again, I think it sort of separates the farm from the rest of the world if I do that. And okay, this is what I was looking for. So let's make there's probably 2, 4, 6, 8. Let's just turn all of these into trapdoors. So that's 10. Yeah, that should be about what I need. So these, yeah, these are covered. These are covered. These are covered. Okay, so all of those are covered. So I probably won't even need all of these. But then these two, yeah, those are covered. Perfect. All right. So we're going to do the same thing again where these handles are facing this way. Get these handles facing this way. And yeah, I think that looks better having that half slab underneath there than having it where you could kind of see underneath the barrel, but it didn't look like there was water there, so it almost just looked weird. It just looked like I sort of had a hovering, or not a hovering barrel. It was sitting on the stone wall, but still, I didn't like the way it looked. Boom. So all of this then is done. This is perfect. So now let me go grab this. Let's go grab the fortune hoe and see if it does what I'm hoping it will do. I don't know if that's how it works, if when you pull up crops with a fortune hoe, if it gives you extra, or if that's not how it works, because literally I've never tried it before, because I've never understood what hoe is the new enchantment. I've never understood what fortune on a hoe would do. So let me clear my inventory. I'm going to grab the fortune hoe. And actually, let me, before I cut, let me see real fast. So that's efficiency. That's a fortune 2. Yeah, so let's give it a shot. I've also, oh, you know what? How many levels do I have? If I get enough levels today, I should try to enchant the hoe. See what I can get on it, the diamond one. Yeah, so let me clear my inventory, and I will be back shortly. Coarse dirt, that's what it's called. I was just sitting here, and all of a sudden, just, you know, popped into my head. Suddenly remembered. So we've got to get that coarse dirt down. But what I initially ran away for, obviously, back to the house, was I cleared my inventory. I got that fortune hoe. And so we're going to try that in just a second. But I decided to go ahead and get this overhang down real fast. Just that way stuff wouldn't spawn underneath it. I mean, I know if I don't sleep, stuff's going to spawn here anyway because I don't really have it lit. But I just don't want stuff spawning here during the day. Ooh, and I promptly filled my inventory again after all of that. Oh yeah, and so I've got all this stone. I think there's still more cooking as well. Okay, so let's try this hoe, but now I'm going to have to actually dump some stuff back into a chest real fast. And I don't want to, I just really don't want to throw stuff away. The dirt I have been basically, like, there are times I'm letting that despawn. I've been wanting to keep all the cobble though. Just because that's some valuable stuff right there. Why would you throw cobble away? Alright, so let's try this hoe and see if it does what I hope it will do. Okay. Let's see. Wait, I don't have any... Oh, I have 3 wheat on me right now. I got 4, and that gave me 3 seeds. What about 5 seeds now? So it definitely seems like it's giving me more seeds than normal, that's for sure. It looks like, though, it's only 1 wheat, though, right? 10, 11, 12, 13, yeah, okay, but seeds-wise, that's gotta be more seeds than normal. There's no way you normally get that many seeds. I feel like usually it averages 1 to 2, and I feel like I'm averaging, like, 3 right now. So, yeah, that's definitely got to be better. Okay, well, once I pull all this wheat up that's grown, I may have enough to basically fill out. Oop, and I just broke one that was not done yet. Wait a second. Hold on. Oh, and it doesn't even take durability when you break the crops? So it's only when you're actually tilling the ground. That is very interesting. Okay, let's try something. This will be like my control group. So I got like 64 plus 37 for all that. Let's put all this down, and then I'm gonna try to break a bunch of the wheat that's fully grown, just with my hand, and see if I still get close to that. Well, I'm not gonna break a bunch because I think it is working, so I don't want to waste a whole bunch of it by just punching it with my hand. But I still just want to see how many of them will give me like 3 or 4 seeds, like a lot of those were with the hoe. I guess I always assumed that that's probably what that did, but for some reason, I guess maybe I'm just a doubter. I'm a doubter and just thought that that's not how it would work. Okay, so I've got 19 on me right now. Okay, well, I've got 20 on me right now. So if I take this, none. Okay, that time I got 3, 2, none. 1, 2. So maybe it's not. Maybe that's not how it works. I don't know. Maybe it's a placebo effect. I'm just gonna keep breaking it like this. It's not like it's doing durability damage. I have no idea if it works. And it's another thing that I should probably Google, or that someone should probably tell me the answer to in the comments. But it makes me feel like it's working, so I'm going to pretend it's working and just keep going like this. So let me pull up the rest of this, and all the seeds that I get, I'm going to place them down. Hopefully it'll be enough, once I get through all of that as well, hopefully it'll be enough to fill all of this with seeds. That would be very nice. And that also means that I'll have plenty of wheat to finally be able to breed all of the animals that have not been bred in a very long time. They have not mated to babies in a very long time, and I'm sure they're getting antsy, if you know what I mean. So let me finish breaking all this up, putting all the seeds back down, and I will be back. All right, so it didn't end up being enough seeds to fill all of this in, and I kind of had a feeling it wouldn't be quite enough. But this is almost filled in, that's totally filled in, that's totally filled in. So it's just this section and then a little bit up here. So that means that pretty soon we will have a full area of wheat growing, my friends, which will be awesome. So a couple things that I want to do now that that's done. For one, I think what I decided I'm going to do here in the middle, and this might be unnecessary. Well, in terms of functionality, it's definitely unnecessary. But in terms of looks, I think it'll make sense. I think here, I'm just going to literally fill this with water. Because I know that it's not going to affect any of the crops. It doesn't need to be there. I think since this is here, it's not like it would be able to affect any of the crops anyway. Because this would separate it from any of the tilled soil. But, ooh, and you know what? In some ways, there's a part of me that's wondering if all of this should be green grass. But, because I kind of like the way it looks here, but I feel like it should also, I feel like it should be coarse dirt there since it's that here. I don't know. But, yeah, I think that even though this will not help anything functionality-wise, I think that this will look good having water down the center. Because I was kind of just looking up, to be honest, I just started looking up pictures of farms, like real-life farms, to kind of get some ideas of, like, what are some things that I'm forgetting? Sites that maybe you would see at a farm, things that would be used. And because of the fact that usually on a farm, you've got, obviously, rows where you could walk between the crops. I started thinking, since I don't really have rows necessarily where you would walk between the crops besides just like an actual path here, why don't we just like separate some of it with a huge section of water, I guess. And why am I explaining it? It'll look good, so it doesn't really matter what the functionality side of it is. So that's what we're doing. It's gonna be great. But this does take forever to fill this in, because I think you have to do every other block for it to fill in properly, as far as I know. Because if I do, what would it be, like 2 blocks away? Yeah, then you get this crap. So you got to do every 2 blocks, which is dumb. I feel like that's not how it used to work. No matter what, the water mechanics are definitely very different than they used to be years ago when I played. In this particular instance, they're probably not. I'm probably just not remembering correctly, but a lot of the water mechanics are so different. Besides, of course, the fact that you can still do infinite springs and stuff like that, I feel like it's so much more difficult to work with water now. Yeah, look at that. Come on. Like, how many buckets of water do you need to fill up a section like this? Apparently 27, because I think that's how many it took. Okay, so that's good. So we'll leave that like that, and I think that it'll still stop here, the path will be here, and then we'll leap to the next spot where the crops will start. While I'm sitting here as well, so this composter, I still got a composter and 3 barrels. The 3 barrels will be able to go into the next section when I get there. But for the time being, I just have I have 3 barrels on me for no reason. So I think I might just put them down somewhere, just so that they're at least not sitting in my inventory, or I can just stick them in the chest, because I'll probably end up leaving a chest over here with supplies for when we come back to continue working eventually. So let's get these walls placed down, and I know I've still got to get the coarse dirt underneath these. Like I said, there's that part of me that likes the look of the green grass underneath the walls, but then the other part of me is like, it just seems like it makes more sense to put coarse dirt underneath, since it's separate. It'll just help separate it from everything else. Separate the farm from everything else, that is. Okay, so this path, this looks good, this looks good. Got this here. And then the other thing I want to do is, after pulling up all that wheat, I ended up with a decent amount. So if I'm going to make a few hay bales, and then let's make like 1 more, and then I'll use the rest to breed. Because I think what I'm going to do with these is, I don't feel like I want to leave this exactly like that. When we put that up there, I was mentioning that I think it could be good to add more hay bales. I just don't know exactly how, in terms of the way I would want it designed. Because I think too many, it's going to start to look weird. But I think just 1 also looks kind of weird. So if I did something like that, ooh, definitely not that. Or wait, actually something that I did want to look at is if it is just one taller, what's that going to look like? So see, there's part of me that's like, I actually liked the look of that iron block being in there, but it just doesn't make sense for a farm. So here's my other thought of what could look good. Excuse me, keep yawning. So if I did this, what if we did that, and then break this one in the middle like that, and just leave that one? I guess let's give that a shot. Man, this shovel is crazy. Does that look weird? I feel like it does. What if I stuck this here? Yeah, I don't know. This just shows you how indecisive I am about things. I feel like it's, I try something and I go, yeah, I mean, it could look good, but it doesn't. So let's try something else. So I'm going to pull that one off. I need to go pick up that one that just fell down there. And then let's see what it looks like if I just have those two. Like if I just add one below to where it was before. I feel like that's fine. I mean, it doesn't look great, but again, this is just a design for the center. There's no functionality here. And so I kind of like the look of that. And I think that doing that makes it look a little too busy. So we're not going to do that. All right, so let me breed everything real fast. And part of the reason that I really want to get all this stuff bred is so that I can get some more wool, because I really need the wool to be able to get the rest of this carpet up, so I don't have to keep finding clever ways to get over to the next pen. So I'm gonna breed all the animals. Oh, this guy, he's still ready to rock. Is there anyone else? I think did I get another one? Okay, whatever. Sorry, man. If you didn't get to rock, better luck next time. Ooh, also this can be covered in. That does not need to be there anymore. And boom. So this is looking nice. This is looking real good, I think. Okay, yeah, let me breed the rest of these animals. Let me breed the sheepses. Oh, there's only 2 sheepses still, though, right now. And I don't have enough carrots right now to even breed the pigs, I believe. So we're going to stop there. All right, so let me wrap up a couple things over here real quick. And then we'll probably move on to something else for the day. But just a couple things I want to do. So I will be back. Look at how weird this looks when you don't break the blocks behind the stone brick wall. It makes me think of like fortification for a castle or something. And that's not what I'm going for. So one of the things that I alluded to that I wanted to get done before we leave over here is I want to at least get these walls put up. Like in the main spots they're going to be. Obviously, like the farm is going to continue on that way, so we'll have a lot more walls to put up eventually. But for now, it just seems to make sense to at least get the walls up around what's existing. And in order to just make it look decent in the section that I've gone through, in order to make it look like it's mostly finished, I figured I should expand this out one more so you don't get that weird medieval look where the stone brick walls are connecting with this stone here. So this all can go. And then also I decided, even though, again, I can utilize these barrels for something else soon. They're just kind of sitting in my inventory. I feel like they're burning a hole in my pocket. With these barrels, I decided I do have a use for them right now at this very moment. And I think, let me go show you what the use at this very moment is. And I do not have any carpets on this side to get over. Excuse me again. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. It would probably make sense to have a barrel. Well, I kind of want the handle facing over here, so you probably have to then place it. Why is it facing that way? Can I not? What happens if I'm standing here and I place it? It's still, okay, that's weird. Can you move, sheep, please? What if I feel like laying down is also not a good option with, like, in this particular location. You were pissing me off, sheep. You need to go, like, will they mate again? Because maybe, oh, I put the wheat away. Crap. Let's just, Okay, whatever. So, yeah, I think it makes sense to have a barrel in each one of these because of the fact that then I can, like, keep some wheat in here to breed them with. And just, like, make sure that I always have that available. And if there's ever a time when I don't necessarily want to bring all the food back with me, then I can just kind of drop, or even, like, the wool, whatever they drop, the leather, whatever it may be, all their drops. I just looked at him. Crap. Frick. Yeah, that way I can just put it in the barrels if I need to. And I know that I could access that one barrel from any of the 4 pens, but it just makes me feel better to put it in all 4 because it's symmetrical. Would you please... You know what I should probably do real fast? Ooh, he's... Okay, now you decide to come to me when I decide to try to drink my potion. Got a heart and a half. I'm gonna drink it real fast. Hopefully it doesn't kill me. Boom. Okay. All right. I hate the way they teleport around during the day. It's so annoying. And then that happens. Would you... You can just stop that right now. Hi. I know. I see you peeking at me. I see you peeking. Peeping Tom. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh my gosh. Just stand in one place. There we go. Oh, you know what? I should have been... Frick. Should have been using my looting sword, but I just couldn't get it out. Which is fine. It's whatever. But it's another pearl. Which is great, because I'm going to need all the pearls possible pretty soon when we eventually go to the end. So here's another thing. I figured having these in the corners wouldn't hurt anything, because they can't, like, because of where it's at, they can't jump out. Wait a second. Could they jump up on that? Because I can jump up on that. So I would assume that means they can jump up on that, right? I thought, well, dang it. So maybe that's not going to work. Maybe I should... Ooh, you know what I could do? Let's do this instead. I'll put it in the ground. Because then there's no chance. Yeah, no shot that they're getting out with it in the ground. I didn't realize that you could jump on just like this tiny little... that thing. Because if I would have known, then I would have just put it in the ground all along. Okay, so we got one there, and I don't have a way into the cow pen right now because I don't have the wool necessary. And I'm gonna need to make one more barrel to stick it in the corner of the cow pen. See, I don't like, why does it always face that way? If it's gonna face that way over there, I want it to, like, if it's gonna face the wall over here, I want it to face the wall on this side too. But is that just not, that's just not possible? Minecraft just doesn't function that way, I guess? Because what if I'm facing... Yeah, okay, that's kind of silly. Not a huge fan of that. I think you should be able to point the handle whichever way you want. And then how do you make a burrow again? I think I'm going to need more of these. I think it's planks and slabs, right? I believe, is that how it works? Yeah, all right, so we just need one more barrel, and then I'll be able to just make more barrels once we need them for over here. All right, cows, you're getting a barrel. New maintenance is here. New things are happening. Super exciting. Boom. All right, so now we can kind of just like keep wheat in there at times so that I always have stuff to breed them with. Other thing is, so that's going all the way out to there. This little section here is good so that it's not, the stone brick wall isn't actually touching the stone. And then let me get rid of this just because that's going to bother me. Okay, so that's good. Oh, wait, actually no, because this needs to be open because of the fact that it's going to be open on the other side. So then let me just push this out slightly because then I always remember that then the stone brick wall will then continue after 2 blocks because we'll go 1, 2, and then right here is where it'll continue. And my inventory driving me nuts. Man, this shovel is so amazing. The fact that I just get flint constantly. Okay, so yeah, that's where the next wall will start because it'll just work the same as there. And I guess we can turn this into path. And then again, I have no idea what this is going to be yet because this is just going to... Right now, it's just a wall. So eventually I'm going to push that further out. This obviously is going to go further out. It's just going to require a lot of time pulling all that down. The other thing is, let me see. So I'm going to need to move all this stuff so that I can get the walls going here as well. Because right now I've got the, well, since I'm indecisive about this, let's stop the wall here aligned with this for the time being, I think. Yeah, we'll align it with this, and then if I decide that I want the wall to go all the way out like this, then I can, but I don't really know yet. But I know definitively I at least want it to come out to here. So, let me stick these last few pieces here, and then, like I said, I'm going to need to clear these chests, move this stuff back to the house. And the only other thing that I want to do right now, I guess, is I should probably go ahead and make I keep forgetting what it's called, the coarse dirt. Do I have more, though? I do. I have at least a few pieces. All right, so let's make a bunch of coarse dirt, because then, I always feel like I'm saying cursed dirt, but just with, like, a little bit of a, I don't know, like slurring my words like I'm drunk. It's coarse dirt. Okay, so how much can I make right now, though? Because I've got, oh, wait, actually, don't I have far more gravel in one of these chests? I sure do. A couple stacks. Boom. So let's make this coarse dirt as much as I can make right now. All right, so I'm going to go start placing this down underneath all these walls, all the spots that I don't have it under yet. And then I'll start moving my chest back to the house. And if anything exciting happens during all of that, I'll bring you back. So I'll talk to you soon. I'm making this way easier on myself today than I did the other day when I was putting coarse dirt down underneath all the walls. I was basically breaking the block underneath the walls and this block, and I think it's because I was, in my mind, I was thinking when I break all the dirt, I was like, oh, I kind of want to pick the dirt back up, but I didn't think about the fact that once you fill the block with the coarse dirt, it's just going to push the dirt, like, in some direction. You're going to pick it up anyway. Regardless, I don't need the dirt in the first place. It doesn't matter. So I don't know exactly what I was thinking, but this is going a lot faster. And so here's something that I was thinking. Does that look good having that underneath, like, the corners? Because I almost feel like, does it make it, I'm curious if it makes it look sort of like a foundation. Because here's what I ended up doing here, is I ended up underneath each of these, on the very bottom, I put just a regular piece of stone underneath the chiseled stone, because I think that it looks good. It looks like it continues down into the ground, like it's actually supported, and I actually dug down for it instead of it just being like, oh, it's just a block sitting on coarse dirt. Like, I think it makes it look better that way. So, should these corners be that way? And judging by the looks of this, I feel like the answer is no. I think that these corners should still just be coarse dirt, just like the rest of the wall. So the only spots will be, oh, I just spit a little bit. The only spots will be these, like where there's towers for lights. And actually, so that means this one also needs to have that. Good. That should be fine. All right, I'm gonna keep going here. I just wanted to. It was exciting. I felt it was exciting. It was all worth noting, so I figured I'd show you. So I'm going to keep placing down my coarse dirt, and I'll be back. Chest full of cobble. I don't know. I should actually, like, read about these achievements when I get them, because that's not a chest full of cobble. So I don't know if that means you have to have I mean, I guess it's half a chest full, so I don't know. That's got to be what that means, right? Half a chest? It should specify, though. Some specification would be nice. So one of the things I was looking at here, so I've got like literally 2 full chests of dirt, but what I'm thinking is, I think I'm actually going to switch this gravel over to here, I think, because of the fact that I got a chest full of cobble now. So, and I'm just continuously filling this, and I've got a bunch still over in the other place, so like over at the farm. So I'm thinking this chest should be like other just stone related things, and I think we'll do like smooth stone down here. We'll do stone brick stuff up here. Ooh, yeah, I got another ender pearl on me. So I got 4. I should go relatively soon. We'll probably go and get the remainder of the ender pearls that's needed for our adventure to the end. Also, I have some miscellaneous stuff on me. It's nice, like I mentioned, with all the wandering traders, I keep getting a ton of of leads, because they just walk by and the llama gets too far away from them and the lead breaks, and then boom, the lead is mine. Got a bunch of copper that hasn't been smelted yet. And there's still a bunch of stuff over in those chests. I got to run back over there. But all of the coarse dirt should be good. It's all placed down. What should we do? Coarse dirt, I guess maybe we can go in like blocks like this. I think would probably work. I'll just keep it there. So, but the spots that it's needed right now over there, it has been placed down. So I feel good about that. So let me see. What else can I drop here before we run back over and keep pulling stuff out of the chest? Ooh, you know what? I should just keep this fortune hoe over there. I should probably keep this one over there too. I'm going to keep all the hoes. How about that? All the hoes will be over by the farm. It just makes the most sense. And I don't need this stick right now. These 3 extra torches I'll place as I run. Food. Okay. So yeah, we'll leave the... Ooh, also, you know what? I should also, I think, drink a potion, because I'm kind of in rough shape right now. And I'm going to pull another one out too, just for good measure, because rough shape is not the shape that I'm wanting to be in. Okay, yeah, so let me show you what it looks like now that all the coarse dirt is down. Newsflash, it doesn't look that much different, but it at least looks different enough to where, like, I feel good about it. It kind of just, like I said, adds like a delineation. So we've got it here and here, all along this stuff here, all the way to the end there. It's underneath the walls, and like I said, it's basically just, that's the only spot I want it, is underneath the walls, sort of in any sort of place that's being divided. So I've got it down there, and actually I think I put it underneath this little section of wall too. Yeah, I put it here since I know eventually that is also going to be expanded out. I'll grab this cobble. There was also some coal right here, and I grabbed it because I always need coal. All right, so let me keep moving stuff back over to the house. And you know what? Just to get this free up space, I'll just put these 2 down. So yeah, let me keep getting stuff back over to the house from these chests. And basically the reason I want to do that is so that I don't have a bunch of stuff sitting over here, since we're going to kind of call it for the farm for now. And because I want to get the wall placed down here. I did put the coarse dirt underneath here, but the wall is not here yet. And see, look at all this cobble. That is crazy. So much cobble. Oh, and I've got more raw copper there. And then, so this chest is also going to need to stay over here. I think I'm just going to move it over towards the farm, because this is all stuff that it's eventually going to be planted. So anyway, let me keep organizing and stuff, and I will be back. I'm slowly each day expanding, or I guess maybe separating some of these chests, like I mentioned earlier. Because of the fact that I've got so many chests available, I did that so that I can further sort things, so that it's like, okay, we can sort all the way down to like this particular type of block or whatever. I don't have a great example in my head right now, but what I did do, like I mentioned earlier, is this is now all cobble. This is going to be like stone type of stuff, because I feel like I never really have enough of any one of these things for them to have their own chest necessarily. But I am still kind of trying to keep this organized so it's not just all thrown in there just however. And then also, let me think. I don't think there's any other chests that I've been expanding. And I know it's another one of those things. It doesn't matter. No one probably really cares. But again, you're part of this adventure with me. So I want you to see all those little details as they happen. And I've got a ton of dark oak on me. So something, as I've been pulling all of the stuff over from, ooh, you know what? Should I put, I think not only is this chest going to be stuff that I need to grab as I leave, it's also going to be stuff that I could potentially, like stuff that I want to put down somewhere, but I just haven't yet, because those lanterns still need to be put down over at the farm. So what I was going to say is, as I've been moving stuff from the farm, something that I thought of is I should probably build like a shed over there eventually. I think that would be smart, because then I can keep supplies over there that are just related to, or maybe not even necessarily related to that, but stuff that I will need over there. Because as I was moving the furnaces back over here, I was thinking, well, I'm going to need furnaces over there at some point. So I think it would be good to have a shed over there for that kind of thing. So I will build that eventually, not right now. And I think this is going to become the chest with like wood related stuff that's not specifically wood, that's not like planks or logs or anything. So that is now what this chest is. Also, all this dirt I don't need. I also have a bunch of iron sitting on me. Oh, and those trapdoors can also go right here. Look at this. Look at all the organization happening. This is great. All right, I think I'm almost done. There's just a little bit left to pull from the farm. There is a little tiny kitten right here. Look at the little kitten. Look at that. It's so cool how I noticed this the other day. Obviously, like as soon as I got all of the villagers over here, I realized that it pretty much instantly considers whatever place multiple villagers are in, it considers it a village. So, are you trying to escape, my friend? So like cats have started to spawn and things like that, and I don't know. We got a real genuine village on our hands. And let me see. Are any of these guys right now? Oh, so this is the Fletcher I've been trading with. This guy's a butcher. I think I've got this extra stone cutter that I think I'm gonna place down. So workstation. There's not a workstation here. You know, maybe we should keep like workstations together. So let's just stick that there, and then we've got two. Because that would what would that make them, like stonemasons or what are? Yeah, stonemasons. Okay. So then we'll get another stonemason there. Again, I think this guy's useless since he's green. I don't think he does anything. But the reason that I did that, honestly, was just... Did he just link to something again? I don't know. The reason I did that, honestly, was just to get it out of my inventory, because I'm still trying to clear all this stuff over at the farm. Because there is so much stuff that I had over there. So pretty much, for the most part now, everything's been pulled. I brought these stone walls, because here's what we're going to do real fast, is we'll at least finish off this section of wall. And then I guess... So I put a double chest down there, because I think that's where I'm going to transfer this stuff to. And I did not mean to do that, because this stuff that's in here is all stuff that's going to have to be planted. So I might as well just transfer it over. I mean, the hoes are not going to have to be planted, but they can stay here because they're going to be useful for the work that's going to happen. Ooh, and actually, all this wheat is now pretty much grown, so I should probably break this up, because then I can fill in this last section here. The more stuff I do, the more I realize we might not get out of the farm today, because we're a long ways into this episode, I feel like, and I'm still finding stuff that I would like to do. It's hard to like walk away from a project when good stuff is still happening. But really, what I would like to do very soon is I want to go back into the Nether and finally go to a bastion and get the template I need to start turning stuff into netherite. And I'm hoping that you only need one template. That's what I'm really hoping. I'm hoping it's not like a one-time use thing. Is there any... Oh yeah, there were still a couple things over there that need to be moved. But also, while I'm standing here, so I decided to do this to add something to the to this middle section. So I think I'm gonna we'll keep that there, and then oh wait, I don't even have dirt on me anymore, because then I would want to go one here. But hang on, I need a couple pieces of dirt, because I had these. I mean, I've got all these composters that I haven't necessarily had a use for yet. So I figure just to add a little bit of decoration and stuff, we might as well stick them here in the middle. And this should probably be coarse dirt, just like everything else. But I put the coarse dirt away. So put one there, put one there. Should we do, like, is that... Because, wait, so that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, because that's how I spaced those out, so that works. But I wonder if... Maybe I should put one... Since I've got two more, maybe let's just stick them on the ends, too. And I can kind of do the same thing in the next section of farmland. But is that going to look weird having these 5 apart and then these only be 4 apart? I guess let's see. There's only one way to find out. So I have it that way. And then we've got a little bit more space between those. Yeah, I feel like that looks weird. I feel like, ooh, did I just trample that? I did not. Hang on. This even details like this. It's got to be precise. I'll be back. Okay, I've decided against having a whole bunch of composting barrels. I feel like that it's overkill. It's too much. It's too bulky, like I always say. So instead, I'm going to put them underneath these within the farmland. I think will work nicely. And crap, that's not what I meant to do, though. So, and I want coarse dirt underneath them because of the fact that I've been doing coarse dirt underneath. Hey, buddy, what you doing? Been doing coarse dirt underneath pretty much anything that's not the crops themselves, or like where animals are going to be. So we'll have one there with coarse dirt underneath it, and then I think, yeah, that's not coarse dirt yet, so let me switch this out. And then we'll do another one underneath that, and then we'll kind of, again, continue a trend similar to this over there. The only problem is, since there's not going to be a wall between this, we're not going to have... I wonder if I should eventually, somewhere in between here, like maybe even in the crops somewhere, if I should add a couple of these light poles to help with lighting. That is a very good question that I had not considered until just now. Not for the purpose of being able to put composters beneath the light poles, of course, but that's what reminded me is, if I wanted to continue the same pattern, there would need to be new light poles, which isn't a big deal. But then I would probably want to stick them somewhere in here too, to make sure that we've got lighting throughout here. Because I really don't want zombies spawning in my crops. Or, well, more so I don't want creepers spawning in my crops. Why can't, there we go. Couldn't place it. Okay, so then we've got a composter there, composter there. So one in like, not really each section, but close enough. And then what was the other thing? So yeah, so I'm not gonna add another composter here at the end. I think this is fine like this, but in some ways this does look, I almost feel like it needs to end differently, but I think it's fine. It doesn't have to be perfect all the time. So let me now that all of my inventory is pretty much clear, everything's been moved away from here. The stuff that, like the crops that are still going to need to be planted are there. Oh, also, this is now complete. Look at that. The wall is complete. So that's done. So yeah, let me pull up all this wheat and then plant it all down. And we should be able to fill up all of this now with the wheat. And then I'll breed everything again. And maybe before I end the episode, I can actually get enough... I can sit here for a little bit and get enough sheepses breaded to where I can make all the carpet I need to be able to go between the pens. Because I just really need to get that red carpet up. Because even just in the little bit of stuff I've done throughout those pens, it gets so annoying having to like leave the pen and then jump back in from a different angle or whatever where I've got carpet. So hopefully I can get that done real fast today too. And I am thinking we're probably not leaving the farm today. I got too distracted with all of this. So I'll be back again. Boom. There is now wheat planted in every slot all through here. So our wheat farm is done. The cannabis farm is ready to go. So I didn't end up pulling... I didn't pull all of it just because I figure probably the best way to handle this most of the time is to let it all grow. Because then I can just fly through and I don't necessarily need to pay attention to what's grown and what isn't. Probably just makes more sense. Because I was noticing myself kind of going through and going, is that one grown? Is that one? And then it's like, that's such a hassle. So kind of just decided to leave a lot of the grown stuff and we'll wait for all of it to grow and then pull it all down. Because I've got plenty of wheat now to keep up with... breeding all of these. So, and something that whoa, are they? Okay, that was weird. It looked like they weren't going to mate for a second. So I have started keeping some wheat inside of these. That way, there's just wheat always available. Obviously not with the pigs because pigs don't breed with wheat. But kind of keeping stuff in here. That way, it's always available. I should probably breed the cows real fast. And then what I'm going to do is go ahead and start shearing the sheep. and hopefully get enough wool to add in the rest of these carpets. So let me breed the cows, shear some sheep, and make some carpets, and I'll be back. Have a shearful day. That's so cute. First shear. Oh, wow, and he ate already. Yeah, you guys just keep on eating. You eat as much as you want. And see, I think this was something that... Whoa, look at that. This was something that I had forgotten, was how quickly they can potentially regrow their wool. Because the one day I was talking about how I didn't know if I should be killing them with the looting sword, but then realized the looting sword does not affect the wool. It only affects the mutton that comes from them. So this is definitely a better way because of how fast they can regrow. Because, I mean, they're just eating and regrowing right before my eyeballs. And I did make a few extra pairs of shears. I figure it probably makes sense to keep a few in here at all times. Just that way I can come over and shear whenever. And I don't know how many, I should have calculated how many I'm going to need. Because I need at least, wait, let's see, so one, well, I don't know. I'm just going to make a bunch of carpets, I guess. And then if I need more, I need more. So I'm going to sit here for a couple minutes, shear stuff. And, I mean, I already have 15 blocks of wool. So just imagine once there's a stupid amount of sheep in here, imagine how much wool I'm going to have. It's going to be great. Look at these guys. You keep on eating that grass, my friends. That one is smelling the other one's butt. I would advise against that. All right, I did end up sort of kind of counting out how many I think I'm going to need. So 18 should be good because I decided that unless I put it all up and it looks weird, I think I'm going to want it at pretty much every corner because then I can access from anywhere. Like wherever I happen to be standing, I can get in here, and I think that that's just going to make my life easiest. So that corner, well, that's not a corner, but that side, corner, side... corner, and then I'm going to put it between the pens as well, because then I can jump to the other pens from within instead of having to jump out and back in. Okay, so that's good, and I counted that I would need about 16, so I made 18 just because they're made in threes. Alright, so that's all the sides, and then I shouldn't put it there, but if I put it here, that should work, right? Yeah, cool. So put it there for each of these, or wait, should I actually, now that I think about it, I should probably put it here, shouldn't I? That'll probably look better rather than just having it randomly on the side here. Like, yeah, that'll definitely be better. So that one there, ooh, it's also becoming night, and I do not have, oh, I do have a bed on me. Don't mind me, pigs. I will be sleeping in your home quickly, just that way nothing spawns. Thanks so much. And I should probably, at some point, not sleep during the night when I'm over here, because I want to see how much light these lanterns actually give off. Been curious about that. All right, so that one's good. This one's good. Get this one, and then it should just be one more. And then now we can get to every single pen. Boom. Awesome. And that, I mean, I don't love the look of that or anything, but I think it works. I mean, it's more about function over fashion in this instance, I guess. Okay, so the other thing, what I'm gonna do is, oh yeah, let me leave these shears here. I'm gonna leave the shears with the sheep in case they feel like shearing themselves at any point today. Ooh, and actually, they've all regrown their wool. And this is, I'm getting wool real fast doing it this way, like way faster than I figured I was going to, I feel like. So that's great. And there were also multiple sheep standing like right near my house when I ran back over, and I was able to shear those too. So I've got like half a stack at home of white wool already. So that is great. Super, super nice. And that's just yet another, I mean, that's such a simple mechanic of the game, but I'm telling you guys, there's so many things within Minecraft that when I played years ago, I just didn't really do. I didn't pay attention to, and because of that, even mechanics as simple as shearing sheep and how much wool you could get from them, I didn't really know about. I don't know. I know that that's crazy. Also, so I realized that I filled this up really fast. So this is all going to have to move over here eventually. And I put the gravel down here instead. So now that we're pretty much set with the farm, what I'm going to do is I'm going to prep my inventory. We're not going to have a lot of time I mean, I would say we're totally out of time at this point, but we're not going to have a lot of time. But what I am going to do real fast is at least get my inventory prepped, head into the nether, and start running towards the bastion, because I would like to work on that tomorrow. But I'm not going to take any of my super valuable stuff. So all of my good tools are just going to stay here, I think. Besides, I can probably... I don't even think I want to bring that. I know myself well, and I very much have the chance of just dying while I'm in there. So I'm just going to probably bring some somewhat crappy stuff. Maybe I'll bring that. All right, so yeah, let me get my inventory ready to go, and I will be back shortly. Okay, I am ready to go. So I remembered to put on gold this time, which is great. I always end up having to make something gold when I'm in there. So gold is on. I've got an extra shield ready to go, because I feel like in the bastion I'm gonna have my shield up constantly. Got some extra iron and sticks, because this sword will probably break. It's got Unbreaking 3 on it, but it's still gold. This will probably break at some point. A bunch of potions, food. Ooh, actually, that was one of the things I was gonna do, is bring a little bit more food. Let's go with that. So if I die with this, if I die with any of this stuff, it's not a huge deal. It's pretty replaceable. I'm keeping the bow on me. It's power 1. It's not really something that I'm super concerned about losing. So, like I said, we're going to wrap up very, very shortly, but I figure at least we can pop in here and maybe start working our way towards it. And I don't... Once again, I have no idea where it was. And I could look back at... Oh man, there's cats coming in here because of the fact that my portal's right there where the village has formed. That's so funny. It's also kind of sad because the cats are not going to last long in here. Yeah, so I don't remember where this bastion is at all, besides the fact that I thought... Oh, wait, actually, I thought it was close to... I feel like it was negative 1,000, but I don't know if that was X or Y, to be honest. So I'm just going to kind of run in the direction that I remember. I could look back at old footage, but I don't really want to do that, partially because I don't remember which episode it was, and also partially because that just, it kind of feels a little bit cheap, to be honest. Ooh, you know something I did not bring is cobble. That was a crucial error, but it'll be fine. It'll be totally fine. And I'm not going to be collecting quartz or anything while I'm in here since I don't have my fortune pick. The entire mission of this journey is just bastion. Mostly for that the like smithing template, but then also just whatever else I can find in the bastion. I don't know what all you can find in there, but I'm not going to turn away anything that I find in there. It's not just about the template. And this is, I'm trying to find a good way to get down here. If my natural health regen was on, I wouldn't be nearly as concerned. And also, that's not good. My AirPods just totally cut out. I have no sound. I also was trying to see, did this guy drop a tier? Because I would love more tiers at some point so I can make some regen potions, but most of the gas that I've killed in the past like 12 days have not dropped any tiers for some reason. It seems like it's very rare that they drop them. Which is fine since I've decided that just regular instant health potions are probably a better bet for me most of the time, but having regen potions would also be super nice. Ooh, did he drop one? I don't think he did. It looked like the like dust that hangs in the air, that looked like a tier. Alright, so yeah, let me, I'm gonna keep running through here for a minute, try to get back to the spot that I think it was at. And you know what, actually, let's do this. I'm just gonna, almost just jumped in lava. I'm gonna just go ahead and wrap up the episode here, because then, like off camera, before tomorrow's episode begins, I can at least get there. And then we can just dive right into exploring, because this is gonna be crap like this. I'm just gonna hit dead ends. I'm gonna have to dig through walls. I hate the nether so much. It's like the worst thing ever. So anyway, that's going to wrap us up for today. So thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed today's episode, I would highly appreciate it if you would leave a like, maybe a comment, and also hit subscribe. And I'm going to block myself in so that I don't die between today and tomorrow. So thanks for watching, and I will talk to you tomorrow.